Sorry about that, guys. Hey, B Aviation. I told you guys I'd be back. Wasn't lying about it. I'm drinking some altogether new fruity seltzer. Hey, Androctodus man. What is that over there? We are at the gas station. Oh, and I can't get out this way. Is that a shirtless man? It is. We got a Florida man on the loose, shirtless with a long beard. I'm in a Dodge Stratus. I'm going to veer away from that. Excuse me. Trying to drive here. No. Jesus. It's like playing bumper cars with these people. This guy's just not moving. What's up with that? Do not block. He just... What is that? What's going on? I mean, heavy protection, I mean, maybe. I mean, you guys get into the teens every year. That's going to kill that plant. So you can raise the temperature 5 or 6 degrees. You're going to have to do that. If you can do that, then you're good to go. There's a wild Florida man. He's shirtless. I mean, it's not warm out. It's only 64 out, which is not warm by Florida standards. I gotta get over to... No, we're just gonna cut these. Well, not cut them off. We're just gonna get ahead of them. Yeah, I mean, there's the only palm that's crown that you might be able to get away with is like Chamaedorea microspadix or radicalis. No problem, Palms USA, anytime. We're gonna get. I actually drove from halfway between the interstate and 301 over to 41, then cut back over to the interstate just so we could have some more time together. Young Coconut and Cocoa Beach. It's not unusual. How old is an old photo that we're talking about? Pre-89 is not unusual at all. Like 89 to like 2000 is kind of rare. A queen in Socastee? I'm trying to remember. Socastee is that near Hilton Head? I want to say it is. We're having a little bit of fun here. Got new tires. Oh yeah. Foot to the floor. Oh, this car is a little bit too fast for my like. Not too fast. It's just that it's a little bit too much, too easy to go fast. Oh yeah, that's where Socastee is. No man, I mean I really wouldn't try that there. I think you'll find yourself a little bit. The problem is with Cunningham Inn is that it gets tall. If you're talking about like a slow growing palm or one that didn't get tall, like you get a pygmy date, you could protect for a while. But those tall, skinny palms, I mean, you know, they're not going to live one season unprotected there. I mean, there might come a point. I mean, you can do what James does and protect them, like you know, significantly, like greenhouse style. It depends on how much energy you want to put. You can do anything you want as long as you want to put the energy into doing. No, I mean, I know I've been to Socastee before. Socastee, I don't forget how it's pronounced, but. Queen has a better chance. No, Queen has about the same chance of survival there. I don't know. Maybe slightly better, maybe a half zone. Yeah, coastal Brevard, especially Merritt Island, has an amazing microclimate. It's one of the best microclimates in all. It's definitely the best anywhere on the east coast of Florida, like comparative to its latitude. Merritt Island is like pretty much a solid 10B. It doesn't get as warm, but it doesn't get that cold either. I'd say Merritt Island is probably, coastal state, like, I'd say Merritt Island is kind of like Lido Key. May 2019. No, it's not unusual to see coconuts at Cocoa Beach. I mean, they'll grow there, like a long-term freeze will possibly knock them out, like they did in '89. Because I used to go to Cocoa Beach in the '80s with like my family, and they were there. I don't know if there's a lot, but there are some palm species I've discovered. And Paul, I don't know what I can tell you about growing palms in the Saskatchewan River. It's just too cold, unfortunately. And the problem is that water's cold. So like even if you heat the soil, the water's going to cool it back down. There's no way to warm the entire river. I don't think there is. Chevy Blazer, I don't know. It looks okay, but it really isn't worth the money that they're asking for that car. Cold hardy palm I know of. There's an Areca species, God, I forget the name of it. Apparently died outright at 47 as a mature plant. Lipstick is definitely up there. A lot of the small Areca species, like Areca veitchii, Penanga veitchii, not cold hardy. Yeah, man, I'm sorry I recommended that pollo pork to you. I eat it a lot. Maybe I have a stronger stomach. I'm not sure. I don't know if I believe the whole Trachycarpus bulgaria form. You just take a palm like that and say, oh yeah, it'll grow in Bulgaria, and like a few generations of that palm growing there, it isn't gonna, that's not how it works. To me, Trachycarpus bulgaria is just Fortunii. I'm sure it did taste good. I think that planting it somewhere very protected in the fall would be the best idea. Over the summer, you'll be okay. You want it for like a seasonal thing. Oh yeah, Italian food will definitely do it. My temperature right now is 64 degrees. It's supposed to go down to like 57. It was actually kind of chilly today. It was like 63 up until like 3 or 4 o'clock, and then it warmed up to about 70, and then it came back down, but it should be warm from here on out, I think. Jubaeans, it's too humid and so custody there, man. Jubaeans don't grow east of the Mississippi. three exits. Yeah, I saw it was quite warm today, all the way up there in the Midwest. Yeah, it starts right about, the real humidity will start in April, like where, the AC's on pretty much 24/7. I mean, I've had the AC on last week and stuff, and this week it's going to be on, but no, it's definitely April. I mean, it'll hit 90 in April multiple times here, unless you live right along the coast, and it's going to be like, I mean, I've seen 90 in March before. It's rare. Gearing doesn't make any sense. Yeah, especially in if you're in interior South Florida, that's definitely that's not abnormal. But if you're by Miami Beach, I think the average in Miami Beach, even in July, is like 89. It actually doesn't get really hot along the beach there, but it doesn't ever really cool down. Like it's like high of 89, low of 81, and it's sticky. I mean, it's one of the most humid situations I've felt. I mean, I lived in coastal South Miami before for summer. I mean, I go to school, go to work in the morning at like 5:30 to be like 83. Oh, it'll be in zone 11 for sure. I mean, there are places around the world that do have that weather year round, like Singapore, Bangkok. I mean, there's a little bit of variation in Bangkok, but pretty much any part of like the east coast of the U.S. that had summer weather all year round would be Southwest. What do I do for a living? That's a good question. So, my job has changed over the generations. Let me turn this down. I started off as like a nursery, right? How's this road work really right now? I started off as a nursery selling plants, and then I went to work in Miami for Fairchild Botanical Garden as their nursery manager. Then I went back to the nursery business. I started doing consulting, and then I also started doing brokering at the same time. And then that was during the recession. It actually worked out really well. And then for like 3 or 4 years, I actually stopped doing plants almost altogether to play poker professionally. But right now, what I do is I still do sales and consulting. I do seed sales too. Most tropical place in Florida besides Key West. So you're talking about continental Florida. Well, I mean, it's going to be probably like Miami Beach, but other areas that are really close, that are like going to get as close to Key West weather as you're going to want, is going to be like Marco Island, Sanibel, Miami Beach, Boca Grande, because it just never gets that cold there. Yeah, there's so many microclimates. I mean, basically, if you take like coastal West Palm Beach to Miami, it's going to be like the warmest area there. And then, I mean, coupled with like coastal Naples, Marco Island. But if you go 10 miles into Naples, it's just as cold as it is in, say, like 10 miles east of here, which is 80 miles north. Or 90 miles north, for that matter. I mean, 90 miles in the highway, 80 miles like as the crow flies. Oh yeah, there's pretty much almost all single family homes in Sanibel. They don't like condos there. I am online, yeah. Key Biscayne, yeah. Key Biscayne is probably the number one. I mean, so the problem with Key Biscayne is it's actually not a Florida key. The first Florida key is actually Elliott Island, or where Islandia is, or it's not really a town really anymore. but like geographically speaking, those are still considered the Keys. How did this happen? Okay. So I am gonna go to Wawa. I'm not sure what I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna get something because I don't have anything to eat in the house. And I don't have anything for lunch tomorrow either. I mean, I guess I have something for lunch, but it's not gonna be. Well, Key Largo is still part of the Key. I'm trying to like get away from the Keys. I mean, you could just go up the Keys to Key Largo. But like Homestead is not going to be the next warmest place, like right across the river, right across the bay there, Jewfish Creek. It's going to be like Key Biscayne, Miami Beach. There's a lot of flashing going on. Is that a 300Z behind next to me? It is. Hello, fair lady. How are you today? I can respect the classic. If it is slower than me. These really aren't that fast, unfortunately. You got to my left there, see the 300Z, the Z32. Yeah, then you have like the lake effect. Places by Lake Okeechobee. We got 10 viewers. That is cool. That is good stuff. I don't know, man. Syroxylon candiense is a plant that really likes cool weather. I mean, you have to understand it grows in an area that really never gets warm. It's always like 48 to 67 the entire year. Like it's along the equator at 9,000 feet. All right, so I'm gonna go get some food here. You guys will be able to see me. I'll make it so you guys can see me. Turn the car off just because I don't really think this car is just ready for the stealing. Of course, you guys will be here seeing this go down. The only thing I don't like about this is like like I'd say 20% of people that walk in here actually wear a mask. All right.
Excuse me, friend.
What's going on?
Do you know where the hotel is with the jacuzzi and the pool?
Next door right here.
Right, but where is it? How do I get there?
You just walk right through the front of this place and you'll see the hotel right there.
Thank you.
Sure, no problem, man.
God bless.
Sure thing. My keys. I was not expecting that. You guys couldn't see that, but if you see him to the right, he's walking right past the camera to the right. See him? He's just like, yeah, just see where's the hotel with the jacuzzi? Yeah, that's what I want. I can't find my keys. Hold on. Oh, they're in my pocket. Okay. He is right. He has a case of Corona in his hand too, which is quite hilarious. All right, give me like 3 or 4 minutes. I'll be right back. He's ready. He's ready. He's like, you know where the jacuzzi is. Obviously, he wants to party. So he's got sunglasses on. You guys didn't see that. All right. This is this is why I sometimes don't like to go to Wawa. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything to that guy about the bike. Yeah, I mean the West Coast is not bad. There's a lot of good West Coast areas you can grow stuff, as well as you can grow on the East Coast pretty much. The problem is coastal East Coast is pretty much overbuilt, and you're not going to find. I mean, unless you want to spend a ton of money. I mean, we're talking like $10 million. Yeah, East I-95 is ideal. I mean, there is a difference. I mean, pretty much the whole East Coast south of West Palm is 10B, but like, yeah, Jupiter's pretty much the first city in. Actually, I think Tequesta is the first city, and then Jupiter in Palm Beach County, and it goes to Martin County. Now, I mean, like Tequesta, Jensen Beach, those are going to be areas that are going to be like more affordable. They're not affordable by regular means, but they're definitely not. Jupiter is extremely expensive. So there's a guy that was trying to order food not through the computer, and he's like asking all these questions about how to order like a simple bean bowl or something, and it's keeping the guy from making my sandwich. And I wanted to just throat punch the guy. Yeah. Jupiter is considered one of the nicest towns in Florida. It's kind of like the Naples of the East Coast. As far as like really high-end towns that actually have some populated, there's some really tiny towns in the East Coast that have, but you live in St. Lucie, yeah. St. Lucie's not a bad county either. You know, it's I mean, I really haven't been to Port St. Lucie, the town. I've driven through it. But like St. Lucie and Martin County are just less congested. Kind of like Sarasota and Manatee are less congested, but not as bad as say like Tampa or Fort Myers. But to give you an idea, Sarasota is larger than Pinellas County, but Sarasota has about 435,000 people. Pinellas has like 950,000, so more than double, but it's like half the size. Yeah. I would say you have no idea. Miami, Fort Lauderdale is so densely palmed. I mean, even around here, or you know, there could be some other areas like St. Pete is densely palmed. Tampa is really densely palmed. In fact, Miami's getting de-palmed, so I wouldn't be surprised if we're almost home and I have to take my sister's dog out, who is at the house apparently. They're trying to get rid of a lot of coconuts because coconuts are considered dangerous because of falling nuts. It's considered almost invasive. Yeah, in Orange County, it's pretty much just all Orlando suburbs. There's a few rural areas, but they're kind of just weirdly placed around lakes, like Zellwood. It's a nice area. I've been to Zellwood. It's a great place. You know, honestly, after growing palms here, like if I could choose to have like if I could choose to spend, let's say I could choose to spend like $500,000 in a house somewhere, I'd probably live in like Lake County, which is where like Tavares, Eustis, Mount Dora are, northwest of Orlando. It's a little more rural. There's some lakes there. You can get a nice house, because 500 grand is going to get you a big house in Fort Lauderdale. It's going to get you like my house in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, I mean, South Florida revolves around tourism. I mean, they're known for some banking, and you know, there's a lot of crime in South Florida too. There's no crime here in Venice. That's what I like about living in Venice. I can walk around any street in Venice any time of day or night. I don't have to worry about anything. I can't say that about Sarasota or Bradenton, Tampa or St. Pete. Cape Coral you can, which is weird. It's such a large town, but the way it's set up, it just doesn't really have like there are bad areas, but they're just like, okay. Maybe I've just gotten old enough where I just don't care anymore. What is that light on? Alright guys, so I am home. Turn this off. Yeah, Fort Pierce is a little bit rough. Like Barton County is pretty nice. I mean, you got what's it called? Stewart. It does get hotter than the East Coast. I wouldn't recommend. I'm gonna do a video, the top 5 places to grow palms in Florida that I would live in, the top 5 least places. But I am gonna get going. I do have food. I want to jump in the shower and stuff. I'll see you guys. Thanks for coming along on this trip. You guys have a good night. Yeah, I know that's true. But the population that is awake is a little bit weird, like you guys saw. All right, see you, Paul, Matthew, B Aviation, Bastar, TL. All right, I got it. See you guys. Thanks for watching.